Hey there, welcome to Yoga with Edith. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our practice today is a practice that can be done at the start of your day to get your body moving. It's also a really nice one to do if you're going to warm up for something else. So maybe you're warming up for a run or another vinyasa style practice. This is a great one to get into. All right, so what you'll need is just your yoga mat, no other props today. Let's come into a seated position to start. So whether it's cross-legged or kneeling, just find a comfortable seat. And once you've landed, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Add a breath in and breath out. Now, as you rock forward and back, maybe even side to side, see if you can spot where your center of gravity is. So we just want to have the spine nice and buoyant in a comfortable position. Just take whatever movement feels good so that you can find that center of gravity. And then find your nice buoyant spine in the middle. You can almost feel like a string has just dropped down from the ceiling and it's coming all the way down the back body, lining it all up nice and tall. Now notice your breathing. The inhale is a cooling breath, and the exhale may come out a little bit warmer through the nostrils. The weight of the elbows relax. Now our practice today, as we start to move, I just want you to move in a way that feels good for you. So not what you think the pose should look like, but just really feel how this can land in your body. We're just opening it up and it's unique to your style. All right, slowly blink the eyes open. And we'll take the hands out in front of you, interlace your fingers. Let's flip the palms away. I'm just gonna turn this way so you can have a look. So we'll flip the palms out, take a big breath in. Exhale, press the shoulders back, rounding in the upper back. Now inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, round forward. Breathe in. And out. Good. And then let the hands come down. Flip the palms so that they're facing towards you this time. Take a big breath in. Exhale, press through, round. And inhale, come back up. And exhale, forward. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, shoulder roll. Let's make our way on up to tabletop position. We're going to move into a few rounds of cat-cow, but let's warm up the wrists first. The arms are straight, hands are about shoulder width distance apart, and we're just going to roll, keep the elbows straight, warming up the wrists. As you found the fingers open wide, see how that feels as you transfer the weight forward into the fingertips, and then maybe even to the heels of the hands. And then change directions, go the other way. So we're just really feeling how this is moving into the balls of the hands. All right, now come back to center. Shake out your wrists. Roll it out. And let's make our way into a cross-legged position. So whatever that looks like for you, maybe sitting up on a block might feel more comfortable. Let's start with the left shin in front. So the left shin is in front. Big breath in to reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Now, we're just moving into this, still feeling a nice warming of the spine. So sway your body from side to side. Notice how that feels. And just getting into the groove of the spinal wave. And then we'll start to crawl the hands over to the right side. So we'll come over the right thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold over the right thigh, the right knee. Keep pressing back into your left hip. Sit bone is on the mat. Breathe deep. Get into the sides of your body. Good. And then now we'll start to walk the hands from side to side. So as we walk over to the left, you're going to open up the ribs, come back to the center, crawl all the way over to the right, and just go from side to side. Take your time. There's no rush. Just feeling the movement. Maybe you are a side sleeper, so this might feel really good just to go side to side. The head can hang as it passes through the center. All right, now the next time you're on the right side, let's stay on the right. Bring your elbow to the mat. Reach your left arm up and over. Palm can face down. And just roll the chest open. Drop the shoulder forward. Do this a few times. Notice how that feels. Just rounding. And just pause now where you feel the most sensation. Good. Come back through the center. Crawl your hands up and we'll switch sides. So switch legs, I should say. Switch it up. Right hand in front. Crawl your hands forward. And again, we sway. So when we come onto our mat, it's really easy to create labels or to judge how one pose is going to feel. So just try your very best to move into your own blueprint of your practice. I'm just here to kind of guide you through some shapes, but know what feels good in your body. All right, now crawl over to your left. Take a big breath in. Fold over the left thigh. Head is heavy. And from side to side, this movement will change. It'll feel different, and that's okay. It's good. It's just the body's way of bringing balance. Now we'll walk. Let's crawl side to side. Take your time. There's no rush. Feel the sweetness of the shift. As you go from side to side, move slowly and with awareness. See how that feels. Just the transfer from one end to the other. Okay, next time you're on the left side, right arm comes over. Hang out here. Breathe deep. Head can hang, elbows bending possibly as you rotate the chest open. All right, now come back through the center. Crawl your way back up. Make your way back into tabletop position. A few rounds of that cat-cow. So breathe in, drop your belly, look up. You can even bring your chest ahead of the biceps. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Drop your tailbone heavy. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. And exhale, round through. Go ahead, do this a few times, and it might even feel good to kind of do a little bit of circular movement with the hips. Work within your body's range of motion. So maybe going up and down through cat-cow, or you can move like into whatever animalistic shape feels good to stretch out your spine. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips, pedal out your feet. Come up high onto the toes and just take whatever movement here feels good for about 5 breaths. Now, your downward dog, it's kind of like a staple in our practice, in a lot of our yoga practice or hatha practice. And it's always going to feel different, which is totally cool. Your body's not meant to stay the same all the time, right? So take your left leg up nice and high. Bend your knee, open your hips, stretch, open through. Good, all right, set the foot down. And we'll take on the other side. Big breath in. Reach up, bend the knee, open your hip. And then set the foot back down. Okay, so come back onto the knees. And we'll take the right knee out to the side. So the shin is in line with the knee to start. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the knee up. Now the highest point that you can bring it to, that's going to be the wall. And then we'll lift the knee up a little higher. So bring it back down. All right, take a breath in. Exhale to the wall and then all the way up. Good, slowly down. And going all the way up. Yeah, we're just going to do anywhere between 5 to 10. Now, when we come to that wall, the sit bones are still even. As we lift up a little higher, there's just that little extra oomph. Okay, so wall and up. All right, switch sides. So the right knee comes down, left knee rises. Float the knee first, hands are evenly pressing into the floor. Now we take the left knee out to the side, find that wall, then lift up a little higher. Good, back down. Exhale up, a little higher, inhale down. Exhale to the wall, a little higher, and down. Good. Go ahead, go at your own pace. The slower you move, the better, the more control and strength you can build in your body. Just do one more here. All right. Curl the toes under, lift the hips, pedal it out. Now the second time we're going to do this, drop the knees down, and we're playing with internal and external rotation of the thigh bone. So we take a breath in, exhale, lift the knee up to the wall. So my shin is trying to be as parallel to the floor as possible, but as I externally rotate this bone, the thigh bone, the ankle is going to drop towards the floor, almost like it's trying to face the right wrist. Good. And then as I externally rotate, the thigh bone turns in, and the outer ankle is like it's tapping my right shoulder blade. Good. So in, and tap the ankle out. Good. So do this a few times. We're just rotating that thigh bone. Externally rotate, internal rotation. Good. This is probably the hardest it's going to get today. All right, set the foot down, set the knee down. Other side, I'll turn this way so that you can get a better angle of that ankle. So this is the left side now. Plant the palms flat, take your left knee out. Shin is as parallel to the floor as you can bring it. Take a breath in. Exhale, external rotation. So it's like the inside of your ankle is trying to tap the left wrist. Now turn it out, outer ankle tapping the back of your left shoulder blade. Good. External rotation, internal rotation. And just play with that, nice and slow. Work with your breathing pattern that works best for you. Good. All right, so let this come down. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out again. Long breath in and a breath out. Take your right leg up nice and high. Bend the knee, open your hip. Breathe in to lengthen out your leg. Exhale, take the knee to the outside of your right baby finger, and then let the back knee sink down. Losing my microphone here. All right. So as you sink down through the hips, bring the chest forward as if you're in upward facing dog. Now see if you could sway a little from side to side. Notice how that feels in your body, just welcoming a bit of a sway. Might even feel pretty darn good getting into the outer right hip. All right, now from here, curl your left toes under, pick up your knee, take a breath in. Now exhale, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Back leg is strong, stretching from the floor right up to the sky. Now I'm going to take the right hand down, turn your toes to the left, take a side lunge into your left knee. The right leg straightens. Now, if you're used to doing this with your hands off the mat, keep your hands on the mat today, and we'll stay low in this lunge. And so this is going to be our flow. All right, so take a breath in. Exhale, crawl the hands forward. Spin the left heel, reach up, right arm. Supported side plank, turn all 10 toes to the right side of your space. Lift the hips up high. Take a breath in. Exhale, top hand down. Turn the toes all the way to your left. Side lunge, left knee. Good. Crawl the hands forward. Turn, turn, turn. Turn all 10 toes to the right side. Reach up, right hand. Keep lifting the hips. Decompress the bottom shoulder. Reach up higher. Good. Top hand down. Crawl all the way over. So do this about 2-3 more times, and that's going to be the flow today. So we're going to crawl all the way through, going all the way up and over. And then maybe on this last supported side plank, you could take the body a little bit longer. All right, so what I mean is to crawl all the way through, turn, 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 reach the right hand up and over the head. Keep pressing the hips up to the ceiling. Stay on the edges of your feet, so the arches of your feet lifting off the mat. Good. Top hand to the earth, downward dog. And I'll flip around here so we're still on the same side. All right. Now we'll take the left leg up. Left leg comes all the way up. Exhale, knee to nose. And then step your foot to the outside of your left hand. Let the right knee drop down. Hips are sinking. Come into a bit of a sway. Just notice how that feels as you move from side to side. All right, now curl the back toes under, lift the knee. Turn to your left. So all 10 toes now turn to the left side of your space. So I'm on the outer edge of my right foot. Inhale, reach up, left arm. Keep lifting up nice and high. Some of you might feel the stretch in the outer left hip and the glute area. Good, now the top hand comes down, turn to your right, all 10 toes to the right side of your mat. Side lunge, right knee. Keep your fingertips on the mat. Good, and then crawl your way forward. Turn, turn, turn. All 10 toes to the left side of the mat. Reach up, left hand. Keep lifting up high. Good, all right, hand comes down. Crawl to the right. All the way over, side lunge. So aim to do this about 3 to 4 more times. And you can move as slow or as fast as you want. Might even feel good to dip that bottom hip towards the floor. Then press back up. Come all the way up, all the way over. Side lunge. Good. Now on this last one, keep the hips elevated. Reach your left arm over your head. Huge side stretch. Lift the hips up higher. Breathe deep. Top hand to the mat. Downward dog. Lift the hips up and back. All right, take your knees down to the mat. Swing your legs out in front of you. Now we open the legs wide to the shape of a V. And you can rock from side to side. Keep your sit bones on the mat. Take a breath in to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Hands could either come onto the earth, maybe even crawling all the way down. Stay active through the legs if you can. Flex all 10 toes back towards your shin. All right, crawl your way back up. Hands to the outside of your knees. Help your knees up to center. Give yourself a big hug. Hug it out. Now, you can come into either final Shavasana or end this practice and start your next practice. So whichever you want to come into, let's take a moment here just to acknowledge your efforts this day. Thank you all so much for your energy and your time. From my heart to yours, namaste.